Excellent. I would love to see you guys. Please don't leave me. Come back and hang out with me. All right, let's get back into the maths. All right, we are on lesson 6 of 8. I've extended this course by a week. So we've got 2 extra lessons. And the reason I did that is because I really want us to focus on this algebra. It's very, very important. Okay, so when we simplify algebraic fractions, guys, we need to factorize everything. And there are 5 ways that we can factorize. We factorize using the highest common factor, HCF, or we use dots, or we have trinomials, or we have grouping, which is the same as the common bracket. It's the same thing as a common bracket, or we have cubes, right? And if you were with us for the lessons that we did on Tuesday and the lessons that we did last week, Thursday, you will know that when we are factorizing trinomials, it's not like in grade 9, where we just get x squared plus something, plus something, plus something, x plus something. There is another number sitting in front of our x squared. So it gets a little bit more complicated. Does anybody remember what kind of method do we use? Well, the method that I taught you guys. I know that there are other methods that we can use. Do we remember? Our veteran Watobians should let us know. That's it, Mateo. Yes, we use the cross method to figure it out, right? Because we can use the cross method. It's easy. If you know of a different method that we use, that you use at your school, do that. I find this one easier because if you use the grouping method, that's great, but a lot of kids struggle with grouping, so I don't want to complicate their lives anymore. So if you're not good at grouping, then don't use the grouping method, rather use cross method. Hi, Inonge, what's up? Inonge, your hand is up. I need you to unmute for me and ask a question if you've got it. Okay. All right, and there goes the hand. All right, so we'll give Inonge a chance to think that question through, and we're going to continue quickly and see if we can figure this question out. So we're going to try and factorize everything in number 1. And I want you guys to remember, after you've factorized everything, we're going to cross cancel. We can cross cancel as long as one thing is on the top and the other thing is on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes to try this one. I'll give you guys hints. This is the HCF over here. In fact, all of it is HCF. Use the highest, take out the highest common factor in both of those and see where you can cancel. All right, I'm going to give you guys a bit of time. Go for it. And once you're done, you can either put like a thumbs up emoji in the chat, you can type done in the chat, or you can even give me whatever emoji you feel like. Unati's like, is the HCF 2 for which one? Because there's 2, we're doing 2 different factorizations here. Okay, we need to factorize the top part of the first fraction and the bottom part of the second fraction. So which one are we talking about? Reatile, it's not going to be 4. Unati, no. Which number do they have in common? Which number do both of my terms have in common? Have a look at it. Oh, they do not have a Q in common. Okay, now I feel like we're just, yes, okay. Lihle is correct about the P and Unati says 8. There we go. So we can take out P somewhere and we can take out 8 somewhere else. Okay, so do that, guys, and then have a look at what you're going to have and then see what's common on the top and what's common on the bottom and what we can cancel. All right, I'm going to give you guys a second to do that. Right. Remember to write the question down and then factorize. That's going to help you a lot. Erase that. One more minute. I'm not 100% sure what chai means, but I hope it means easy. I hope it means that it's easy. I hope so. Okay, we're out of time. All right, let's have a look at this question. Now, I'm going to look at this first expression that we've got over here, p squared plus p cubed. It means it's over. Oh, yes, it's chaile. Oh, now I see. Sorry, I'm switched off a little bit. All right, now, if I look at this top part over here, I know that this part has a p and that part has a p. So they have p in common. And I can take p out because that's what's common, right? But now, remember, guys, when we're doing things like 2 and then I've got x plus 1. If I do this and I say to you, simplify, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 and you're going to multiply it into the bracket. And you're going to tell me the answer, ma'am, is 2x plus 2. And that's what I'm doing when I'm simplifying. But when I factorize, I'm doing the complete opposite of simplifying. So the opposite of that multiplication is going to be division. And that's basically what we're doing when we're taking out that common factor. So if I take p out as a common factor, over here, I'm going to have p squared divided by p, and that's going to leave me with just p. And over here, I'm going to have pq divided by p, and p divided by p will give me 1, and I will have q left. So that's how, okay. And Tangeni's like, ma'am, is this grade 10? Yes, this is grade 10. It is. Okay, it's maths core. If you don't do maths core, you do maths lit, then you're definitely in the wrong class, my dude. I hope that's the case, because if you're in maths core, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so that's the top part. The bottom part is easy. I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is because there's nothing to take out. It's just a term sitting on its own. Multiplied by, I'm going to leave this top part on its own. And then let's have a look at 8p plus 8q. What do 8p and 8q have in common, guys? Let me know. That's it. See, teacher Courtney, I told you, Rita's always got the answer written, and then she just goes, enter. I got you. That's it, guys. They've got 8 in common. Okay, 8p, 8q. So we're going to take 8 out as a common factor. So I'm going to write 8, open brackets, and then I'm going to divide both of the sides, both of my terms by 8. Divide by 8, divide by 8. 8 divided by 8 is going to give us 1, and 8 divided by 8 is going to give us 1. So I'm going to have p plus q left. Okay. Lufuno says, ma'am, why not q? Because q isn't common in both of my terms. Do you see how there's a q here, but there's no q there? So I can't take out q because both of them don't have q. And also, there's a p here, but there's no p over here. So I can't take p out as a common factor because they don't have it in common. Okay, I can only take out what they have in common. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so if they don't have it in common, nope, you can't take it out, my dude. All right, we need to make sure that both of them or all of them have that. Oh, and then you're like, oh, but there's a p on top. However, there is a p on top, Nobuche. However, this number, this thing over here is its own thing, and this thing over here is its own thing. Right. The problem with that is, if I'm looking at two different numbers, this is like a fraction. This is like a fraction. If p squared over here, if I had 1 plus 3, right, multiplied by 5 plus 4, it doesn't really matter. And then over here at the bottom, I have 1 plus 7, or let's make it 1 plus 8. If I have 1 plus 8, that's over here, I've got 4, and over here, I've got 9. That doesn't necessarily mean I can go 1 and 1. I can't do that. I can't just be like, there's a 1 up top and there's a 1 at the bottom, so I can cancel them. That doesn't make sense mathematically. I can't do that. So if there's a 1 on top and it's being added to something else, I can't just decide to cancel it. The same with the p. This p is not p on its own. It's p plus another number. Okay, it's p plus the q. They're not the same thing. But, okay, but I know that, no, sorry, not that p, this one out here, this one. This p is a number on its own. Okay, we cannot then take this P and try and cancel it with that P, because that one is P plus something else. It's two completely different things. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're not canceling them if they're sitting right, like if they're sitting opposite, but there's a plus or a minus in between them. So they need to be just the thing on its own, or they need to be multiplied by something else. All right. Tristan says, ma'am, if one of the 8s was a 4, would the HCF be 2? No, Tristan, no, it wouldn't. Let's write it out. If I had 4P plus 8Q, what number do they have in common? It's not just 2. What number do they have in common, guys? They do have 2 in common, but what's the highest number that they have in common? That's it, Siambonga. Well done, guys. The number that they both have in common is still 4. So I'll still have to take 4 out and then divide both of my my terms by 4. Okay. If this was a 6, if this was 6, then yes, we can only take 2 out because they only have 2 in common. I hope that makes sense, Tristan. Okay. Whatever the biggest number that they have in common is, that's what we take out. All right. Now I have something on the top and something on the bottom that is the same. So I can cancel. This is on the top, that's on the bottom. Common, common, and I cancel. Does anybody else see anything else that's common that we can cancel out? Anybody? Oh, Rita, as always, as always. That's it. That's it. We can take out P because P is at the top and P is at the bottom. Cancel, cancel. All right. Then we can work on the numbers, right? If I was dividing normal numbers, I could easily go 21 divided by 7. All right, so I would divide by 7 over here, and I would divide by 7 over there. And over here, I would get 1. And over here, I would get 3. So what do I have left on the top, guys? Tell me. I've canceled so many things. What do I have left on the top? Let me know. Oh, it's not just 3. Nobuhle missed it. It's sitting right there by itself. Oh, there we go. Ooh, who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Tristan got it. There it is. Tristan didn't forget this Q sitting by itself over here. Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. I was going to highlight it. There it is. That Q. Okay, so now we've got 3 and Q. So I've got 3Q left on the top. And on the bottom, what do I have left on the bottom, guys? What do I have left on the bottom? That's it. I've only got 8 left. All right. And then just in case I missed something, is there any number that can go into both 3 and 8? Is there anything that I can do with Q? Is there anything else that we can do? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, I agree with you, Lwandiso, and Karen, and Tristan. No, that's it. That is my answer. Well done, guys. Well done. All right, now I'm going to complicate life a little bit more. Let's look at number 2. Okay. Right before we do a brain break, and I put it right there. Tiam was like, ma'am, please explain again. Okay, I'm going to give everybody who understands number 1, I'm going to give you guys a chance to try number 2. Remember, guys, factorize everything. Factorize everything. And while you guys are factorizing everything, I'm going to help Siamo understand what's going on. All right. Siamo, do you remember our rule? Let me know in the chat, what is our rule? What does our rule say? When we're working with algebraic fractions, what do we need to do? What do we do, guys? What is my number 1 rule? It's not HCF. I'll give you guys a hint. It's written up top there next to simplify. Ah, thank you, Dieketseng. That's it. That's it, guys. That is it. There it is in red, bold letters. In red, bold letters. Do you guys see it? Right here, up top here. What does it say? it says factorize everything. Okay, so I want you guys to factorize the top and the bottom. Well, you don't have to factorize the bottom because this bottom is just 7q and the top is just 21q. Okay, so you need to factorize this part over here and that part over there by taking out an HCF. So everybody who wanted me to explain again, factorize the top part of the first fraction and the bottom part of the second fraction. Go for it. And while we do that, because I know you guys have the answer now, you probably have it written down. I'm going to be like, the top part, I'm going to take out P. And I'm going to have P plus Q left over 7P multiplied by 21Q all over. And at the bottom, I know that I have 8 in common. So I'm going to take 8 out. P plus Q. Okay. Let me know, guys, what is my next step? My first step was factorize everything. What is my next step? Who remembers? What was step number 2? Step number 1 was factorize everything. Step number 2 was? That's it. Cancel like terms. Well done, Lufuno. So anything at the top that's common with anything at the bottom gets to cancel. And over here, I can tell that I have P plus Q. Oh, I'm sorry, Unati. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will move a little bit slower. I will. Okay. Write down this part that I'm highlighting now. P plus Q. I'll tell you what, Teacher Courtney, I always used to get so frustrated. Okay, I always used to get so frustrated because I write very fast. And my tiny little grade 8s with their tiny hands, they write everything so slowly. And then I'll be like, already done with my question. And I'll be like, all right, moving on. They'll be like, no, ma'am, I'm still halfway through. And then I have to slow down. And I'm like, you guys are frustrating me.
At least the grade 10s have bigger hands.
I learned that teachers write very fast. We actually do write quite fast. So I will slow down. I promise, Unati. Okay, write down that part. And then, Unati, after you've written it down, you need to tell me what cancels. Shaden, trust me, factorization takes practice. That's it. Practice, 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 practice. Okay, the more you do it, the easier your brain recognizes patterns. Okay, good. Nobuhle is like PQ, or I think Nobuhle meant to say P plus Q, and P plus Q cancels. Yo, Emilio, like, can I hire you? Emilio's like, I write fast as well. It takes me 30 minutes to write a 300-word essay. I need to hire you to write my essays for me. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. He's just like, no. Dude, I was going to pay you. I was going to pay you. Shaden, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Trust me, your brain picks up on things. Oh, excuse us, sir. Emilio actually looks like he's moneyed. I need to scheme you. You look like my type of people. I like moneyed people. All right, we know that P plus Q is going to cancel with P plus Q. All right. Unati, tell me in the chat if you can. What else is going to cancel? And I'm already kind of cheating because I'm highlighting it for you. What else cancels? That's it. P is going to cancel. All right. Okay, and I just need to remind you guys to stay muted because I'm hearing somebody's mom in the background. Remember to stay muted, guys. Remember to stay muted, guys. Oh, I'm still hearing that voice. All right, there we go. All right, so the P's are going to cancel. P, P. All right, now if we took exactly what we've got here and we just said, what do I have left? What do I have left on the top, guys? Before I even go into canceling the 21 with the 7, what do I have left on the top?
21.
21 what? Somebody's
Q.
speaking to me and I don't know who it is. Good. 21Q. Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. 21Q. Good. And at the bottom, I still need to multiply, guys. I still need to multiply. At the bottom, I've got 7 left, and the 7 is being multiplied to 8. So 7 times 8 is going to give me 56. But now I know that there's a number, okay? I know that there's a number that can go into both 21 and into 56. What is that number, guys? What is the number that can go into both 21 and 56? 7. Good. So I'm going to take the top and I'm going to divide by 7. And whatever I do to the top, I'm going to do to the bottom as well, right? And I'm going to end up with 21 divided by 7 is 3. Don't forget to bring the Q along because it didn't go anywhere. Still needs to come with. And then 56 divided by 7 is 8. Ta-da! We got back to the same answer. That's it. You forgot your Q. 3Q divided by 8. But you did an excellent job. Excellent. I hope I've put all your troubles about this question at ease, because we need to look at this next question that we've got over here. Okay. All right, let's have a look at number 2. I'm hoping somebody will tell me that they figured out what number 2 is. Tiamo was like, ma'am, where does the 56 come from? I took 7 and I multiplied it by 8, Tiamo, at the bottom. Remember when we multiply the top, and the bottom, and the bottom. Okay. Balisa, it's not that bad. Okay, let's suss this one out, guys. It's not that bad. Okay, I promise it's not. I want to make some space. There we go. All right, if we look at this bottom part over here, is there anything I can take out from this part over here? No, there's nothing I can take out there. There's no common factor. So I don't have to do any factorizing over there. And over here, I can't do any factorizing over here. So technically, the only thing that we are factorizing is the bottom, right? Over here, it will not get bad, I promise, Emilia. Over here, what kind of factorization are we looking at over here on the left-hand side? That first fraction, this bottom part. What kind of factor do I have? Thank you, that's the kind of... Okay. That's it, it's a trinomial. Funzo forgot that dots only has 2. Just give me 1 second. Let me see what I can do here. There we go. All right. It's a trinomial, guys. Good. So I know that as soon as I see a trinomial, I'm going to open 2 brackets, but my top's not going to change. So I'm just going to go 3x plus 2. And at the bottom, open brackets, open brackets. Okay, times x minus 2. And we'll talk about this bottom part just now. Now, if I want to factorize this bottom part here. If I want to factorize this bottom part here, I know that my factors of x squared are going to be x and x, right? And then in order to get my signs in the middle, I'm going to look at my middle sign. I'm going to look at the sign here in the middle. I've got a negative here. And I want to multiply this negative with something so that it gives me a positive. What do I need to multiply with a negative to get a positive? Negative times what gives me positive? Negative times? That's it. Negative times negative. Excellent. So I know that both my signs are going to be negative. So I'm going to have a negative and a negative. All right. Now all I need to do is I need to find 2 factors of 8. 2 factors of 8. Okay. I'm going to find 2 factors of 8 that when I multiply them, they give me 8. But when I add them, they're going to give me 6. Funzo says 1 times 8. But 1 times 8, if I add them together, 8 plus 1 is going to give me 9. So that can't work because I need them to give me 6. They need to give me this middle number. Riatile says 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 plus 4 does indeed give me 6. So the two factors that we want are 2 and 4. So I'm going to put a 2 here and a 4 there. Okay, there we go. That's it. It doesn't matter which one comes first because both my brackets are negative. So it doesn't matter which one I write when. Okay. Okay, I will try and repeat after. Unati, we do quite a lot of these in the previous lessons. Okay, so you might need to go rewatch those. Okay, because the one that I'm about to explain next is a little bit harder than the one we just did. And the one we just did is technically still grade 9 work. Okay, all right, let's look at this next one. Ooh, I went too far. I went too far. All right, there we go. We now want to factorize 3x squared plus 8x plus 4. Excellent, Letabo. I love that energy. That's it. So because I know that my factor of x squared, that's okay. I'm sorry, Tabang. You'll have to rewatch the video. Okay, of the lesson. I know that my factor of x squared is 3. There's a factor in front. So I'm going to use the cross method. Okay. And on this side, I'm going to put the factors of 3x squared. And on this other side, I'm going to put the factors of this last number over here of 4. All right. So guys, give me the factors of 3x squared. I need to not do that. What are the factors of 3x squared, guys? I'm looking at this part over here. Good. Right? Or we can even look at the factors of 3. Reatile, the two factors of 3, what are they going to be? Letabo, what's up?
Ma'am, so do we only use the cross method when we see an odd number?
No, not an odd number. If I get to a trinomial and there's a number in front of my x squared, then I use the cross method. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As soon as there's a number in front of x squared, then I need the cross method. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. All right. So I know I'm going to need 3 and 1. So 3 times 1. And then don't forget my ex-boyfriends. There we go. X and X. Don't forget my X's. Okay, there we go. Then give me the factors of 4, guys. I need the factors of 4. That's it, Riatile. I'm going to get 1 times 4. What else? Lihle forgot 1. Remember, and we're multiplying them together so that they can give us 4.
Teacher,
that's it, Funzo. 2 times 2. Yes.
Are you able to close the your sidebar that has all the lessons? It's blocking some of the numbers on the screen.
Actually, you're quite right. But the thing is, it's going to move everything over, and then I can still move it over. Teacher Courtney, you're much smarter than me.
Sorry about
there
that.
We go.
Thank you.
There we go. Ha, that makes so much sense. All right, there we go. So I'm going to get 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. But now I need these numbers, when they add together, I need a final answer. I need a final answer of 8x. Positive 8x, because there's a positive here in the middle. All right. So I am going to start trial and error. Let's say if I put 4 over here, and if I put 1 over here. And then remember, guys, we multiply this way. So I'm going to go 3 times 4 is 12x. 3x times 4 is 12x. And 1x times 1 is equal to 1x. That gives me 13x. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So we can't do that. All right, we can't do that. That doesn't work for us. How about if we do 1 over here and 4 over there? So I'm going to get 3x times 1 is going to give me 3x. And 1x times 4 is going to give me 4x. 4x plus 3x is 7x. No. Okay, 1 times 4 is not working for us. How about we try 2 times 2? Let's try the factors 2 times 2. Right. So if I go 1x times 2, that's going to give me 2x. And 3x times 2 is equal to 6x. And 2x plus 6x is indeed 8x. That makes so much sense. So much easier to see. Right. And then I know that exactly the way it looks in my little cross is how I'm going to put it into my two brackets like that. And I know that they're both going to be positive because I need positive 8. So this one is going to be plus and this one is going to be plus. So I'm going to open two brackets. And in the first bracket, I'm going to write 3x plus 2. And in the bottom bracket, I'm going to write 1x or just x plus 2. All right. Now, can I cancel? Do we see anything common at the top and common at the bottom? I'm sure there's a lot. Guys, you're just like, yo, ma'am, cancel everywhere. Just cancel, cancel, cancel. What are we seeing? That's it. Rita's like 3x plus 2. Good. Because there's a 3x plus 2 at the top and there's another one at the bottom. Anything else? What else? I see your answer, Rita. I want to see if anybody else sees it. That's it, Shaden. Is there anything else? That's it. Well done, Shaden and Stacy and Letabo. That's it. X minus 2 and x minus 2. Good. Mateo, what's up? Oh, no, you're muted again. Unmute. Unmute.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, my sweetie. What's up?
Can I finish the rest of the answer, ma'am?
Yes, absolutely. Tell me, what do we have left on the top?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I did something wrong. Never mind, ma'am. Never mind, never mind.
No, 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 don't go away. Don't go away, Mateo. No, stay with me. Stay. Okay, let's think about this. Right. What does the sign actually mean? This over. What are we doing? What operation are we doing when we see that sign?
Dividing.
We're dividing. Right. Good. We're dividing. So what I've actually done, Mateo, is I've went 3x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2. And if two things look the same, let's say, for instance, if I said to you 2 divided by 2, what's my answer?
1.
1. And if I said negative 3 divided by negative 3, what's my answer?
1.
1. Good. Now all I'm doing is I'm extending it over something bigger. Now I say to you, I've got 3x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2. What is my answer going to be?
Ma'am?
What's my answer going to be here?
X.
It's going to be...
X minus 4.
No.
What? Wait,
It's not. It's just going to be 1. It's going to be 1. Mateo, let me explain. If I went 2 divided by 2, do you see how the top looks exactly like the bottom? Do you see it?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So if anything looks the same at the top and at the bottom, the answer is actually 1. Just like if I said A divided by A, what is A divided by A?
1.
1.
1.
If I said 3 divided by 3, what is 3 divided by 3?
1.
1. So it doesn't matter what the number at the top is and what the number at the bottom is. As long as they look the same, when I divide them, they're going to give me the answer of 1. X divided by X is equal to 1. B divided by B is equal to
1.
1. Okay. You're holding on to that thought. Don't let that thought go. Anything that's the same at the top and at the bottom, if I divide them, they're going to give me 1. So what is x plus 2 divided by x plus 2?
1. 1.
1, because the top and the bottom look exactly the same, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Now, hold on to that idea. Now I've gone 3x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2. What is my answer?
Ma'am, please repeat.
3x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2. What's my answer going to be?
1.
1. So I have a 1 over here and I have a 1 over there because 1 divided by 1 is just 1. Let's look at another one. Here's another one in the same place that we are. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for here. I've got x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. What's the answer?
1.
1. Good. Now, do you see how I have at the top? I've got 1 times 1 at the top. Do you see it? 1
Yes.
times 1. What is my answer left at the top?
It's just 1.
1. Good. That's the only thing I have left at the top. Just 1. But what do I have left at the bottom, Matteo?
X minus 4 and x plus
That's it.
2.
And that's it. And x plus 2. All right. I need you to hold on to that thought, Matteo. You did that so beautifully. Well done. I know it's a difficult idea to get your head around. Okay. But if I divide something by itself, the answer is always 1. Okay. X divided by x is equal to
1.
hat divided by hat is equal to
Itself.
divided is equal to 1. Hat divided by hat is equal to 1. Okay. Dog divided by dog. Matteo, what is dog divided by dog?
1.
1. It's 1. Okay. So if we divide anything that looks exactly like itself by itself, it's equal to 1. All right. Well done, Matteo. I'm very proud of you for giving that a
Ma'am?
try.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I got it right. I just didn't put it over 1. So like moving not that
Oh,
wrong.
okay. That means you got the bottom correct because the bottom was easy, right? You could see exactly what was left. It was just the top that was a bit tricky, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It does happen. It does happen. Just remember, if I divide something by that same thing, the answer is always 1. Okay. Amkelisiwe, you're getting homework today. I was gonna get to brain break. Thank you, Matteo. I'm gonna mute you now, my sweetie. Thank you so much. Amkelisiwe was like, "Ma'am, please, can you give us homework?" Yes, it's quiz day. So we definitely have quiz. And right before we leave, okay, it's almost 6 and we're gonna have a brain break. I think before we leave, we're gonna do a quick brain break because everybody's just like, yo, ma'am, thunder and lightning, what in the world is going on today? Okay, we're going to try this brain break quickly. It's called a magic square. Has anybody ever heard of a magic square? You can just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the chat. Alyssa's heard of a magic square. Zudine has not. That's fine. Quite a lot of people. It's kind of like Sudoku, but it takes a little bit more thinking. All right. If you haven't heard of it, this is how a magic square works. All right. It does. And I play Sudoku. I play Sudoku every day, guys, like every single day of my life. I wake up and I play my daily Sudoku. Okay. So this is how it works. If I take a magic square that's 3 by 3, the rule is that I can only use the numbers 1 to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can only use these numbers once. I can only use the numbers once. And when I add them, so if I add them going this way, they need to give me 15. If I add them going this way, they need to give me 15. If I add them going this way, they need to give me 15. If I add them going this way, they need to give me 15. This way, 15. That way, 15. Okay, so, but I can only use each number once. Okay, I'm gonna start you guys off, make it easy for you. I'm gonna give you a number. I'm gonna put 4 there. So you guys can figure out the rest. And then I want a brave soul. And Rantila's like, it's about to go down. Matteo, it's not that bad, I promise. There's your clue. Mamelo's like, does it always have to be 15? Yes. Shaden, absolutely. Games like the Magic Square help you think outside the box. And most maths teachers, when we ask those tough questions at the end of, you know, those questions at the end of your test that only 2 kids in the whole grade get right? Those questions, These help with that kind of question. Oh, Bunolo, that's okay. It might be a connection thing. I'm not sure why that's happening. Okay, Nobuche says 4 plus 3 plus 3. But I can't use 3 more than once. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 4, 3, 8, and I agree with you guys. Okay, this is 4 plus 3 plus 8. Good. And then Dieketseng says 4 plus 9 plus 2. Good. Right. 4 plus 9 plus 2 is 13 plus 2 is 15. Great. Okay, now we're missing 2 numbers. We need to make sure we put them in the right place. Stacy, what's up? Stacy's already done. I think she's going to give us the answer. Hi, Stacy.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. I know you're going to give me the answers here, right?
I'm not sure if they're correct, though.
Let's see. Let's see if they are correct. Well, what do you think? What goes right smack dab in the middle?
It's 5.
5. Okay. I'm gonna test your mathematics in just a bit. And then what number are we missing overall?
6.
Good, 6. Let's see. Let's see if I trust you. 4 plus 9 is 13 plus 2 is 15. Good. 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 7 is 15. Good. 8 plus 1 is 9 plus 6 is 15. Okay, well, we're off to a good start. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 8 is 15. 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 2 plus 7 plus 6. 2 plus 7 is 9 plus 6 is 15. Well done. Let's see if the diagonal also works. 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus 6 is, oh, Stacy, you rock star. Well done. Sure, you did that beautifully. Okay, I'm thinking you got it right because I gave you guys the hint. I gave you guys the clue of a 4. It was
Actually,
too
I was
easy.
almost done with the. I was done before you gave the hint.
Really? What?
Yes.
Yo, these have always been difficult for me. And Reatile is like, can I do the second one? Stacey, you guys are way too smart for me. I don't know. I know what I'm going to do with you guys. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this because we've run out of time. Thank you so much, Stacey. I've got to get going to the other class. This magic square and another one is the one that we're going to have for our brain break next week. When are we meeting, guys, next week? When are we meeting next week? Who can tell me? Unati's like, they are professionals. Thank you, Letokonolo, for remembering. We're meeting on Monday. Ooh.